Thanks for tuning in to Hayes Highlights. My name is Sarah Wasinger, and I'm the President and CEO at the Chamber in Hayes. And we are very excited to have special guest James Robben with us today. He is the Director of Business Development and Special Projects with Grow Hayes. James, how are you doing today?
I'm great, Sarah. Thank you for having me on today.
Thanks for being here. So we have a lot to talk about. You have a very cool background. Do you want to talk a little bit about what you did before starting with your position at Grow Hayes and what you're most excited about?
Yeah. So I, from Western Kansas, Walls County, went to Fort Hays, got an ag business degree at Fort Hays, spent some years selling John Deere equipment. Then I went to Senator Moran's office and was his district representative for about 3 years there, and have recently changed to Grow Hayes, where I've taken on the role of business development and special projects, like you said. So I'm very excited for this project. Economic development is something I kind of found a passion for in the past few years. Found myself wanting to get more involved when I went out and talked with people for the senator, and found that the things that they were doing, I wanted to be a part of. So to get a chance to do those awesome things and make an impact in my community is kind of what led me to see if I could join Grow Hayes. So
Grow Hayes, for those at home watching who may not know, is our economic development entity for Ellis County.
Yeah, correct? Yeah. We cover Ellis County, Victoria, Ellis, Shinshin, Munro, a whole county. We cover the whole county, making sure that if there's opportunities that people want to be entrepreneurial, or they want to, expand their business or invite new businesses to come to town, that if they have those ideas, they can come to us and we can help, lead them down the right path, or get them more in depth to their business ideas. So, but yeah, we're economic development, and we're doing a ton of things right now.
I know you are. So let's talk a bit about maybe a couple of special projects that you've been excited to be a part of so far.
Yeah, so kind of the main thing that I've started doing is we got a base grant from the state of Kansas for a micro factory idea that we had.
And what's a micro factory?
So a micro factory is in this terms a leasable area for small manufacturers that want to expand. So you could call it a transitional phase of their operation. So maybe they're in 2 or 3 basements, making a widget, making something for oil patch, whatever it is that they have an invention for. Come to find out, it's a really good idea, and they need to make, they go from making 10 a week to 1,000 a week or something like that. And they need to expand. They don't have the space to do it. And the biggest overhead cost besides employees is just overhead space. So the building that they're in, rental rates can eat up a lot of profit in a short amount of time. So what this allows people to do is to come to our micro factory for a reduced rate, below market rate, in order to help them expand their business, and then in a short few years be able to go out on their own and maybe build their own building or find a more permanent location. But it's really a way for them to experience growth in a way that they don't have to spend so much on a building, to kind of get the growth underneath them first.
So not a long-term residence per se, but really that perfect place for them to build, grow, and expand.
Yeah, we're thinking 3 to 4 years, something like that. It's not permanent, like you said, so something that they could get into, expand, and then get out of. That way the next person can come in. So we're currently in the design phase of this process. Hope to break ground here fall. But it's a 30,000 square foot building, so it's a massive building that will need to be tailored so that it's still a micro factory 20 years from now, that we have no idea what's going to be in there. So it's a shell of a building that's going to be easily adaptable, or as easily adaptable as we can make a factory. That way people can come in, leave, and get that cycle going through to help expand these businesses.
So where will this micro factory be located?
So it's south of Glassman, out there.
On Commerce Parkway?
On Commerce Parkway, yep.
Okay,
I think
cool.
The actual street is 9th Street.
Very true. I think you're correct, yes.
So yeah, south of Glassman off Commerce Parkway, yep.
Well, very cool. So if people want to find out more about that specific project, or how maybe they might be able to get involved with some space there, should they contact you for that?
Yeah, myself, David Klingen, or Doug Williams, or Ernie, down there at Brief Space. All of us, we office out of Brief Space. That's on 10th Street. And yeah, they can contact me, james@growhays.com. That's my email address. Or just walk in the door and come say hi to us. We'd love to see you down there.
Very cool. So one more project before we get going is Imagine Ellis County. And that one is very near and dear to my heart since I was with it back when it started in 2019. It formed out of the strategic doing, the second version that popped out in Ellis County. You have recently worn a new hat in that role. Do you want to talk a little bit about that and maybe a few things that we can expect to see perhaps in the month of August and September?
Yeah, so Imagine Ellis County is a new thing for me. I was aware of it, never really got into it, and now I'm getting up to speed on the things that's been going on since 2019. Here recently, we went and did some town halls in Ellis, Victoria, and Hayes. And from those town halls, we asked community members, what does Hayes need? What does Victoria need? What does Ellis need? What's great about those communities? What's not so great? What are some things that would be nice 20 years from now? And we had anything, from the usual suspects of housing, daycare, schools or such like that, to the crazy, I wouldn't say crazy ideas, because I kind of like this one of a public transit that goes back from Ellis to Hayes to Victoria. I think the quote was electric train or something like that. And I think that's such a cool idea for 20 years from now. So that's kind of what this group does is what can we do today to set up our future for 20 or 30 years from now? And it's such a good group of business owners or entrepreneurial-minded people, really forward-thinking people that can say, we have problems today, we need to solve these problems that we have today, but what are our anticipated goals for 10 or 20 years from now? And some of the ideas that we're talking about are out there, but we need to talk about them to see if there's something that we can do to set those things up now. So that's some of the things I'm kind of overseeing that group from the Grow Hay standpoint.
And then a website coming up, possibly, yeah.
Yeah, we're hopefully being able to drop our website in early August. We're still hammering out the final details of that, and then it'll be an ever-changing kind of thing. We'll add more pictures to it, more events coming up. There'll be a survey option, way to contact us if you have an idea how to get involved. You go through our webpage there to sign up to when our next meeting is. And if you want to get involved now, you can contact me, and I'll get you hooked up with the meeting dates and times, and we'd love to see more people there. The more people that we have from Ellis or Victoria or Hayes, the better chance our community has going forward to be more successful. So that's what it's a focus that we're looking at right now is to get more members from Ellis and Victoria to make sure we have a great representation from our communities, or Munger, Catherine, Shinshin, wherever that they want to come from. It'd be great.
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head. So much of our county's success is dependent on us all putting our best foot forward and relying on one another. So that is a stronger vision, the more people we can pull from all of those different areas.
No, I completely agree. We're only as strong as if we work together, and if we're all going the same direction, that's great. But if we're all going different directions, trying to do the same thing, then it's never going to be successful for us. So.
Well, James, we very much look forward to the good work that you will do, and thank you for the good work you have done so far. And we are excited to see all the progress that Grow Hayes has made. Thank you so much for joining us today. This has been Hayes Highlights for the month of August. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.